Okay.
All right, ready?
All set? Okay. Hello, welcome, STEM class. Long time no see. It's been a while. I don't know how many months. About 4 months, Adrian, or a little longer?
Oh yeah, it's about 4 or 5 months, I
4 or 5
believe.
months, yeah.
And we got new people from Eventbrite, so you have a different audience.
Okay, that's good. Always looking to branch out, expand, let people see what we do, what you do on every week, which is amazing. To have so many different volunteers who want to join this program. I talk about it at work. I talk about what I do to others, and we tag people when this comes up. Hopefully they join as well. My wife tags it and the link that you send me. So maybe we have followers as well.
Yes,
So,
yes, I do.
Like I said, it's been a while. I've been staying active with doing this on a weekly basis every Sunday. I teach a fitness group, Healthy Options. Just to eat healthy within our program, the trainer, who is my nephew, former NFL player, he has a fitness group online. Many followers from around the world, believe it or not. So he brought me in to be the chef of the group. And what I do is help them stay creative with healthy eating. Because we can get bored, you get tired of the same vegetables or cooking them the same way or different ideas. So what I do is share my creative mind to help them do something they already do, but in different ways. And sort of like kitchen no rules, something we do, but in different ways. And so I extended that to the healthy side as well. So I'm a little on both sides. I got to watch, what I teach in that group compared to doing this here without, being kid friendly as well. So I'm also a member of the group. I've lost 25 pounds so far since then. So kind of a good journey for me staying healthy. Lots of things going on. I'm launching my new business real soon. I'm going to open my own food truck, everything Philly. So it's based on Philly cheesesteaks and everything else, Philly fries and Philly grilled cheese sandwiches. So I've been working on that, doing it right, the professional way, getting all the numbers correct. A lot of people go into business without doing the homework. I have the advantage of knowing what to do and knowing how to do my homework and going in the right way, instead of just going out and rushing it and you don't make any money. So those things are going to help, in the future with teaching people how, if you do want to start your own business, how to do it, how to build it. You don't just go and do it. There's lots of things behind that. But we have a fun menu for you guys. It's something we've been wanting to do with you guys for a while. It's called a breakfast mac. For those of you who know, we talked about mac and cheese before. I was pretty much the consultant for a local restaurant here in California, in Cerritos and in Brea, California. And now there's one in Arizona called Elbows Mac and Cheese. You look it up. I was the chef that created all the menu, all the recipes for that. And so from there, obviously mac and cheese is something I have in my back pocket I can use anytime. This one is a breakfast mac. It's different, just like the brunch burger. You guys remember the brunch burger? Well, we added syrup to ketchup. Who would do that, right? And it was amazing. Well, guess what? We're using syrup again in mac and cheese. And you're probably saying, what? How's that going to work? Well, I guarantee you, much like the brunch burger, you're going to be amazed and you're going to love it. Okay, it's going to be fun. It's not a hard dish to make. It's not a lot of prep. One thing I want you guys to do now, if you are in the kitchen, you are in the stove, but we have to do some pre-prep. Okay, first thing is, I want you to take a look at the camera over here. Let's get your pot of boiling water on the stove, and you can turn it on. Let's get it boiling. Your oven should be on already at 375. Okay. And if you're using an air fryer or pan to do your bacon and your sausage, let's get your air fryer started. All right, let's get that warmed up. I'm going to use an air fryer. Air fryer is multi-purpose, okay? So the key is you want things to work for you while you're working. You don't want to make one thing at a time. You'll be here all day, right? We can have this dish literally done in 30 minutes if you let things work. So let's get your pot of water on the stove, get that boiling. Let's get your air fryer, or if you're gonna do your bacon and sausage in the oven, let's heat those up right now. Okay, so let's do that and we'll come back and talk some more. Okay, so I'm gonna start my air fryer. Preheat, of course. And my air fryer, everyone uses air fryer a lot now. And it's a big advantage. It does a lot for you while you're working. You can just put it in, let it go. It's very kid friendly. My kids come in and push the button and they go away. You don't have to monitor, you don't have to watch it. When it beeps, you got to shake your product or whatever, okay? So I'm going to get my bacon and my sausage out. I'm going to put them in the air fryer. And the whole fun part of this dish, once we get everything done and made, is when we start building and incorporating all things together. Again, it's not a very hard dish to make. We talked about the Kraft macaroni and cheese. Now, I didn't go too difficult, wanted to keep it simple. If you are comfortable making your own mac and cheese at home, then yes, go ahead and do it. But I wanted to keep it simple. Mac and cheese in the box is just fine. Because we are going to add some cheese and some butter to it to make it a little better, right? We're always going to make things taste better. All right. So crack open your sausage and your bacon. I'm going to turn you around to my board here. Bear with me a second. So I'll get you over here to my cutting board. As long as you can hear me, which is fine. So again, I got my sausage here. We open that out. We're going to take that over to the air fryer. Remember, always, I didn't get my bowl this time, but your Rachel Ray bowl for your trash. Always have a bowl or something. Yeah, I call it Rachel Ray bowl because that's where I learned that from. I'm going to crack my bacon open. I would use about 4 or 5 pieces of bacon. Okay. One's for snacking when it's done. Who doesn't love bacon, right? Now, remind you, you can do any type of meat you want. If you are not a pork person, you can do turkey sausage, you can do turkey bacon. All right? Because the star of the show is going to be the essence and the hint of the maple syrup throughout the whole dish. That's what's going to make this a breakfast mat, okay? I'm going to take these over to my air fryer. Now, I know if you can just hear me, for the air fryer, obviously you spray the pan, the basket, or whatever you're using. All right? And again, it doesn't take long in the air fryer. If you're doing it in the stove, you put it on the sheet pan in the oven. Doesn't have to be fancy. The bacon doesn't have to be fancy because all we're going to do is chop it up anyway. Okay, we're just going to get it cooked. Same with the sausage. We're not looking for perfect shape or if they're touching because they're all pork or whatever flavor you're using. Okay. So I'm going to just go ahead, throw that in there. Stop. And I'm going to let it go for about 15 minutes. Okay. I'll take you back to the cutting board over here. So we're done with that. Remember, wash your hands whenever you're using raw product. You want to wash your hands after. If you're using gloves, you still wash your hands because gloves are considered a false sense of security. Still have raw product on it. Always wash your hands. So we got those things going. Everybody with me so far? Yeah? You have your boiling water going? Okay, so we have three things essentially going. We have sausage, bacon, and boiling water working while we're going to work on something else, all right? Francisco, how you doing? Welcome. Okay, next. We're going to get a little prep work out of the way. Remember, the recipe also called for green onions. Let's get some green onions out. You don't need much. One little stalk, and you have to wash them. Remember, it's a root vegetable, come out of the ground, so you need to get the water and rinse them pretty well. All right? Okay. Everyone has your green onion? We ready to cut green onion? All right. All you want to do, and I'm going to show you. You don't need much green onion. It's only for a little flavor up top and some garnish. Okay. Just nice little cut. I cut on the bias, which is on the angle, or you can cut them straight. And you don't need much. Just sprinkle on top when the dish is done. All right. So.
Hey, could you show Mari how to cut those onions again?
Yeah.
She's all
Take a look. So you see a little, they're at an angle. I turn my knife, or you can do it straight. It's called a lot of Asian dish. You see the little angle it has. What you can do is turn the knife sideways a little bit and go that way instead of straight.
Oh, okay.
So you put your green onion on the board and just turn your knife and go.
Okay.
Okay, and you want to put your little green onion aside for now. Put it in a little dish or anything you have. Okay, you want to get in a sink, a colander, a strainer. Let's put that in your sink so we get ready to boil your pasta. We have somewhere to drain it, okay? How are we doing so far? We're all good? Okay, let's talk about the rest of the ingredients that we need to have on your station. We talked about the box of macaroni and cheese. If you're using the package that comes inside, obviously take that out and get that ready. You have tater tots. Okay, you have tater tots. Now, if you have your oven is on, let's put these in the oven right now, okay? So what you're gonna need is a little cookie sheet or whatever size you have. Now, I would spray and I'll show you. You only need about, if you want to eat a lot more, you only need about 6 to 8 tater tots. It depends how much you want on your dish. Okay, how much you want to eat. I don't need a lot. So I put on my pan. Now what I'm going to do, if you have some pan spray, it's okay if you don't. It just helps with a little bit of golden brown. Just spray a little bit. Remember, these are already cooked. Okay, so we're just going to put that in the oven. It's going to attract the heat a little more and give a nice little crisp. All right. So tater tots are going in the oven. You guys with me? Okay. Now, unless you have a multi-level air fryer, like I don't right now, but I'm gonna have my wife buy me one. You can do the tater tots in the oven, but if you have a 2-level or a bigger air fryer, then you can do it all at the same time together. I don't have that yet, but I'm gonna work on that one. And I saw one that was very nice and I want it. Okay, so we have green onions. Let's recap. Green onions done. Tater tots in the oven. Bacon and sausage in the air fryer or whatever method you're using. And boiling water. Is that correct? We're all there? Sophia, you good? Okay. Next, get your maple syrup. Okay. Brand new bottle, so bear with me. Okay, so you want to take about a third cup of maple syrup. So I'll give you the easier way. You take a half a cup measuring cup and get the one right below it is the third cup. That's the third, all right? So that's how you measure. It's half of half of half. So you're gonna just fill that up. And you're just gonna set that to the side. So I have a third cup of syrup. Okay, we got your syrup ready, all set. You got your green onions. These are all the things we're putting together. So when it's time to build a dish, we have everything in there. Again, remember the term mise en place, to have everything in place. All right? How are we doing back there, Francisco? Good? Okay, next. Get your dish, your Pyrex dish, whatever you're gonna bake your mac and cheese in. We're not gonna bake it long because it's all gonna be cooked. We're gonna melt the cheese with the tater tots on top and go from there, okay? So just get your, whatever dish you're gonna put in the oven. I have my little white Pyrex dish that I have here we're gonna do. Okay, so get your dish. Now I'm gonna get some butter. So the old-fashioned way, like my mom taught me, paper towel and some butter, and you just go ahead and rub the inside of your dish. Okay? So that's just gonna melt in with the mac and cheese, and all right, you want to butter your dish the old-fashioned way, just a little bit on your paper towel and rub it all around. Okay. Now, the box of mac and cheese that I had the powder base. Now that's okay, but I don't want to use it. But I have some Velveeta cheese block, which will still act the same way. Okay. I prefer not to use the powder, but again, there's no rules. You do which one you want, right? So I'm just going to prep this a little bit on how much I want. One thing I forgot to mention, get yourself maybe a third cup or a half a cup of milk as well, because we want to have some just in case we need to loosen up the mac and cheese, all right? So I have my Velveeta slices done. Of course, to make your mac and cheese even cheesier, make sure you have your mixed cheese, whatever cheese you're going to do. There's different cheeses you can do, different levels. You can go adult style with Asiago, Parmesan, mozzarella obviously is going to be your stringiest cheese. I always recommend mozzarella inside of your mac and cheese because that's going to give you that long string on there. Okay, hold on one second. I believe I have some in the back here. So I like Parmesan cheese. Again, when it comes to cheese, there's no rules, all right? Sorry, dogs are trying to play around too. I'm gonna add a little Parmesan to mine to add a little flavor, okay? So you got this, I see Adrian, you got the Kraft. Are we ready? Is your water boiling? My water's boiling now. Okay, let's add our pasta to it. Take your box, add your pasta. We'll go to the camera here. there. Get yourself a spoon or something. You just want to whisk it around. It's not going to be much. This little box. Not going to make much. Now, that doesn't, you know, again, whatever type of pasta you bought should be elbow or macaroni, but it's fine, whatever kind you have, right? So we're gonna let that come to a boil until your pasta becomes firm to the bite, al dente. So let it go. Then we'll strain it, and then we're going to be ready to start building our dish. Check your bacon and your sausage. Now, in the air fryer, my bacon and sausage almost done. So we can take a look. Just shake it around a little bit color, but when you check the temperature, everything's done. Remember, we're going to cut this up anyway, okay? So I have about 5 more minutes on my air fryer for my bacon and my sausage. How we doing? We good? Everybody on the same page? All right. I'm gonna put some gloves on here. Okay, so guys, again, some safety tips in the kitchen. For those of you who may cook a lot or may be interested in going further or being a chef or work in the industry in culinary field or in the kitchen at a restaurant as a cook, a lot of corporate things have come into play nowadays, not like the old days of safety. Everything is all about safety to the employee, to the customer, and safety is the #1 thing that we talk about daily. Every meeting, every daily briefing I have on my staff, first thing we talk about is safety. There's a subject for every single day of the week that we talk about when it comes to safety. One thing that is a must nowadays in the industry is wearing a cut glove. In the old days, we didn't wear a cut glove. I would go in and you just cut. You cut yourself, you wrap it up, you keep moving. Nowadays, if you get a nick on your finger and you don't have your cut glove, then it's a whole big ordeal. There's paperwork involved. There's going to the doctor. And why didn't you have your cut glove on? Industry standards. And yeah, so just be aware of the safety in the kitchen when we are working with knives. Keep your fingers out of the way. Keep them back. All right. The best way to catch a falling knife is what? You don't, right? All right, that's a trick question. You don't catch a falling knife, step away, let it go, all right? Same with things hot. You know, it's funny, in my household, you always hear the term behind you, because they're used to me saying that every day. So if you're in the kitchen with someone else, you have a knife, you walk into the sink, you know, knife behind you, or I'm behind you, and that just makes the person aware is not paying attention that you're behind them with something hazardous, okay? Those are some tips that you could use at home that'll keep everyone safe. Let's stir your pasta so it won't stick. If you didn't add a little bit of salt or oil to it, I don't add salt to mine because I use lots of other ingredients have enough salt to cover it. I just do a little oil just so it won't stick. So you have to loosen up that pasta or it will stick, all right? Right away mine was clumping together a little bit, but because it's in the hot water, you're able to loosen it up. So I'm gonna be taking my bacon and sausage out. Do you guys check your bacon and sausage? Are they done? Bacon and sausage?
Almost.
Yeah?
Almost.
Okay, that's fine. Because all we're gonna do is when you're done, bring it to your cutting board and we'll show you how we're gonna chop it up.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna get a plate to transfer my product on. Gonna let it go another 3 minutes or so, and we go from there. Some more things about the kitchen. Working with product. Now that we're going to become summertime or winter or spring, and it's going to get a little hotter, is temperature, time and temperature control. You know, we go to picnics, we go to parties where you see food sitting out. You know, always be cautious of what's sitting out. You know, this brings awareness to prevent foodborne illness, so you won't get sick. But if you're working at home, you don't want to leave your food out too long. Now in the winter, you can kind of get away with it, but now it's getting hotter. You don't want to make a meal early in the day and then leave it on the counter all day. You need to let it cool properly, wrap it up, peel the plastic back so it can breathe, and then into the refrigerator. You do not put anything hot covered into the refrigerator, because you're creating a steam that's going to become spoiled because you're creating this zone of temperature that is not healthy, okay? So always remember your temperatures. Do not leave things out too long, like cheese, any dairy products, any raw meats. Always have them in a cold environment until you cook them, all right? Let's go over to the camera here. Stir my pasta around a little bit. I know by feel when my pasta's ready. You can take one and feel it, or take a bite of one. A little hot, be careful. I'm used to this, so don't use your hands. Don't do as I do, because you won't be used to it. Okay, to me, my pasta's ready. I'm going to drain it. Okay, so my pasta's ready. I drained it. I'm going to turn the attention to this board over here. All right. You guys see that board? Yeah, you can. Okay. So the pot that I drained the pasta in, don't get rid of that. We're going to use that right now as our mixing bowl, so to speak. Okay. So while your pasta is still hot, are we ready to go to mix pasta and cheese?
Not yet.
Good. Not yet? Okay. Pasta almost there?
Always the
Almost.
stress ones.
So again, you want to save the pot that you used. You drain it, obviously.
We're gonna drain it now.
You ready? Okay. So let's pour the drained pasta back into the pot that you used. All right? Now, right away, you want to add whatever cheese sauce that you're using or mixture, so we can get that heat going. All right? To get the cheese melted. Now, I mentioned a little about a third cup of milk. Let's get your milk in. A little drop, not too much. Remember, you can always add, but you can't take out. All right. So all of my meats are ready. Both of my meats are ready. We're going to get those out of the air fryer, oven, wherever you put them. And again, they don't have to be too fancy, because all we're going to do is chop it up. Don't do as I do, touching with your hands, it's very hot. I'll use some tongs. So I got all your meat ready. You guys got your meat? Bring that to the cutting board. Okay. So let's mix up our cheese sauce. We have some cheese sauce, a little bit of milk. Let's mix that around vigorously. All right, get that cheese melted. I'm gonna throw a little more cheese in mine. Now the reason why we're going back, I said put it back into the same pot. We're gonna put it on the stove for a few to get that cheese incorporated, all right? Get it melted a little bit. Now, I don't know where you get your pasta or your cheese, but mine don't come seasoned. A little bit of salt and pepper. okay? So I'm mixing this around. I'm gonna add a little bit more cheese sauce. You guys can see that there, right? So if you need to put the mac and cheese back on the stove to get some more heat, let's do that. So while my pasta is incorporating with the cheese and melting, let's start cutting up your meats. All right, so you take your sausage, and I'm just gonna make little rings out of them, okay? Sausage rings. Sausage rings. Again, you add how much meat, you add how much bacon, how much cheese you want to add, okay? Because there's no rules. Don't forget about your tater tots. Okay, one thing in the kitchen, you got to be able to multitask, right? Especially when we have more than one thing working. So I got my sausage cut up now. I'm just going to strip all my bacon together and just chop it as the shape that it is. Just little small strips. Remember, watch your fingers. Okay. Again, there's no rules on how fancy the sausage and bacon has to be cut. All right. So I have that. I'm going to stir my cheese sauce, my mac and cheese. Okay, where are we, guys? How are we doing? You're cutting your sausage? Okay, watch your fingers. Perfect, I see you. Tuck those fingers back. There you go, just like that. That's called the claw. Tuck them back. Perfect.
What do we do with the onions again?
The green onions, we're gonna put on last.
Oh, okay, okay, I thought I missed that part. All right.
Yeah, no, green onions will go on last.
All right, thanks.
So let everyone tell me, we'll stop when everyone has their meats done together. Any of, okay, everyone prep your meat. Okay, give your pasta a good stir and mix up your cheese. All right. Okay. Let me move this over to the board.
When do we put the shredded cheese?
That's what we're going to work on next. We're going to wait. We're going to let them catch up a little bit, and then we're going to start building our dish. We're going to wait, get everything to our area. We have all your product, and then we're going to start building our dish. Let me know when you have everything. Right now, I'm going to take out my tater tots, okay? So you can do that as well if you have them ready. All right. Now, obviously, to get a crispier tater tot, you can fry them. If you have a fryer at home, actual fryer, deep fry them, obviously that's going to be, you want some crispy tater tots. When I'm used to not frying lately, the past few months, so I stay away from fried product, but obviously to get the best of this type of dish, I would fry the tater tots, okay? Baking them air fryer, you're not gonna get the same crisp as you want. But, you know, again, no rules. If you wanna keep it healthy, you don't wanna do fried, then you don't do fried. If you want to, fry them. Natalia, how you doing? You working with us?
Yes, we're doing good.
Okay, awesome. Let's grab everything together again at your cutting board and we're gonna start building this dish. Everyone give me a thumbs up when we're ready.
Hey, sorry, did you say to take out the tater tots or not yet?
Yeah, if you're ready for them, take them out, go ahead and take them out.
All right, thank you.
And just get everything together. Francisco, how you guys doing back there? Almost there? Okay. When you guys are ready to come to the cutting board with everything, let us know, then we'll start building. How many of you guys been watching and I think it's very intriguing, the eagle cam? Do you guys see that? Where the bald eagles are laying the eggs? Did anybody watch that, or anyone? Is it just me? Yeah, I like to watch it too. My family laughs at me, but I like nature like that. It's pretty cool to watch. They think I'm crazy, but I like it. I think it's kind of intriguing. We got our sausage and bacon chopped. I see you working back there, Adrian. Looks good. Yep. We have our mac and cheese there. And your tater tots. Okay, Adrian's team, are you guys ready? Natalia, how about you? Okay. So let's get your cheddar cheese. You guys have your shredded cheese? They're gonna get their tater tots out the oven now. Okay. Perfect. You can just set those there. All right, oh yeah, taste test. Always a taste test. I see you. All right. So I would take about again, how much cheese you want? I'll say about a half a cup. So that's the cup that's a little bigger than the cup we use for the syrup. And again, it's up to you. I'm just gonna eyeball it by hand. I think shoot a little like that on mine. And then what you want to do is mix that cheese in as well, okay? Mix that cheese in. All right. We got the cheese in? Shredded cheese in. Okay, next. I would take half of the sausage that you cut up. Half of it. Put it in your pot. Half of the bacon. Put it in your pot. Now let's stir that around. Now I'm going to add a little bit more milk. The milk is the part where you have to kind of adjust to what you want. Because remember, you want creamy mac and cheese. About another 2 tablespoons. Okay. Bacon in. Bacon. Sausage. Cheddar cheese, right?
Yeah, they're putting the sausage in now.
Okay. I'm just going to incorporate everything, mix it around really good. Again, if you want your mac and cheese a little creamier, add a little bit more milk, okay? All right, we ready? Let's grab our syrup, guys. Remember the syrup that we measured out? The third cup? Let's not incorporate the whole syrup yet. I'll explain to you what we're gonna do. Okay, we're ready for the syrup. So we measured out a third of a cup. Let's drizzle half of that into your mac and cheese. Okay, no more than half. Now you're gonna mix that around as well. All right. Looking good. Okay, do we have the syrup in? Yeah, taste it. If that's the level of syrup you want. If it's not enough, do more. No rules. But we are going to use the leftovers we have in our cup, all right? We're going to use that at the end. Are we all incorporated? Okay. Next, let's grab your buttery dish. Grab your dish. Your Pyrex dish. You guys have that, Adrian?
Pyrex dish?
Yep, to bake your mac and cheese in.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold on.
Okay. Now during this time, I mean, again, you work efficiently, you start, putting things away you don't need. You help yourself in the end. Again, this is a very easy dish, not much to do. Challenge yourself in the future. Make yourself homemade mac and cheese. Homemade mac and cheese sauce, different cheeses, different sausage. You can use chicken apple sausage, chorizo. I mean, I know chorizo will be excellent. All right, chorizo mac and cheese with corn tortilla strips on top, maybe even a fried egg for garnish on top. You can do so many different things at different levels from this base. All right. All right, there's your buttery dish. I see you there. All right. So your dish, you're going to add all of our mac and cheese ingredients into your dish that you're going to bake it in. All right, there you go. You got that. All right, so let's add it there. Everyone add it. And this is where the no rules come in. All right, get everything out. Okay. So the extra bacon and sausage, sprinkle around, spread them out evenly. If you want more, like I'm going to take more because I want more on top. Just break up a piece. Bacon, spread it around. Right? Now, cheese. I would sprinkle some cheese on, lots of cheese. You want to cover it up. Remember, it's mac and cheese. Not too much. You want to see your meats protrude out of there. Okay? Now, take your tater tots. Put your tots strategically around the whole dish on top. Okay? You put how many tots you want to put on there. No rules. All right.
All right, have we added the onions yet? I don't think so, right?
No, green onions will go last. It's just the garnish on top when it comes out of the oven.
Okay.
Okay. Now, no rules. If you want to incorporate them while you're cooking, that's fine. Okay, all your dishes should look like this. Let's see your dish with tater tots, cheese, and then we're gonna go in the oven. All right, your mac and cheese at the bottom, your bacon and your sausage incorporated with your syrup, and now with tater tots on top. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more cheese just because I like cheese. Okay, how are we doing?
Have
Guys got your dish?
Have we poured the rest of our syrup yet?
No, the syrup, the rest of the syrup and the green onions will be after the dish is made.
Okay.
Got it? We all ready to go in the oven? Yeah? Okay, let's hit the oven for about 5 minutes. All right, guys. Looking good. Puppies get to have a treat tonight. So, at this time,
Sorry, what temperature do we put it in the oven for? Like for 5 minutes?
yeah, for about 5 to 6 minutes. You can put it in the oven right now.
What
Oh,
temperature?
same temperature you had it on before. You left the oven, did you leave your oven on? Did you preheat your oven? Sophie?
Yeah.
Yeah, so just go ahead and put it in. It should be well hot enough. Just gonna melt the cheese, give you a little crispness of your tater tots. Okay, just like that. Looks perfect. All right. So remember, the last two things, the green onions and the rest of your syrup. All right? At this time, you help out the kitchen crew by picking up some things. Okay? Start putting things away. Cheese, all those type of things. You want back in the refrigerator. And if you're making multi-meal type of things for that day, then you clean up your area and you move on to the next dish. I'm gonna help my cleanup crew a little bit. All right. Tater tots. So if you didn't use them all, obviously you want to get those back in the freezer. You don't want those to defrost. So I got a question. Has anyone ever heard of it? Tried anything like this before? A breakfast mac? So one of the favorite recipes in the restaurant that I built was a bacon Swiss cheese mac. So it's all Swiss cheese, a little bit of sharp Gruyere, and a whole cup of bacon fat. Just how we did the syrup, a whole cup of bacon fat mixed into the cheese sauce. So now you got this bacon flavor. It's not the healthiest, but one of the best sellers on the restaurant right now. It's called a bacon Swiss mac. And you do the same thing. You chop it up bacon, you incorporate it inside, you leave some crispy bacon for the outside, Gruyere cheese and green onions. When it comes to mac and cheese, there's endless things you can do with it. There's over 25 different recipes in that restaurant that I created on different mac and cheeses. All right, so we have our, however you're gonna secure your bacon and your sausage, if you have left, you wanna go ahead and get that. Obviously, gallon bags are the best for any leftover stuff. Like I have bacon, I cooked all my sausage because it's a very small pack anyway. But now you preserve your bacon for breakfast tomorrow, okay? Any trash, get that out. Put your milk away. Now, if you're gonna have a serving dish, like, of course, you know me, I'm gonna plate it up, I'm gonna scoop a nice big scoop out and put it in a dish, and you garnish it up and you serve your guests. Or you can present it family style right out of the Pyrex dish, slop a spoon in it, and everyone help themselves, right? All right. Got my green onions, got my syrup put away. So all we're doing is getting that mac and cheese melted on top. It was already hot because we went from hot, we didn't cool down. The food is going to be hot itself. And you're just getting those tater tots a little bit more crispy. And ready to go. Got some more trash. This is one of the easier cleanup dishes. I know a lot of people will be happy about that. If you have a cleanup crew at home, that helps you. Your brother or your sister or your spouse, help them out clean up, okay? One thing I always preach when I'm at work, we always talk about clean as you go, okay? Clean as you go. When you clean as you go, then you have less mess, less potential for cross-contamination. You don't want your bacon touching a raw cutting board and then using cooked food on there, then you're gonna get yourself sick, all right? All right. So I have my dish ready to go. I'm gonna clean off my cutting board. You guys have any questions for me? Anything? Any dishes you may have tried, and have any of you tried any of the dishes since we've been gone?
Yeah, I made that those potato chips with the cinnamon on them and the peaches.
Oh, the dessert nachos? Yeah.
Yeah, those were excellent.
Yeah, those are a fan favorite anywhere you go. Again, you can any flavors. Talk about my venture that I'm working on now. I'm building a concept. It's called Everything Philly. Philly cheesesteak sandwich, authentic from Philadelphia, not California Philly, which will be on the menu. California Philly is peppers and onions and mushrooms. That's how we do it here. But back in Philadelphia, just cheese whiz and onions in the steak. I found that, and I did research, that people like less, like simple. Remember, less is more. Keep it simple. I'm going to have a menu of 4 items. I'm going to have one of my desserts on there, Adrian, the one you saw with the peach cobbler bread pudding. I'm going to serve that. All ready to go. Customers can buy it. I'm really excited about it. I've been ordering all my, banners and, signage, getting the business part of it ready to go.
I've been asked for you to teach us how to make that.
Yeah, Philly cheesesteak, we can do that. Everything Philly. Again, when you take one item, it's so many things you can do with it. I can make Philly cheesesteak sliders. I can make Philly cheesesteak mac and cheese. I can make Philly cheesesteak grilled cheese sandwich. Okay, Philly cheesesteak tacos, Philly cheesesteak nachos, Philly cheesesteak fries, anything Philly, okay? So you take one item and you stretch it and you go so many different ways with it. All right, guys, let's take a look at our dish in the oven. If you're satisfied with it, let's pull it up. I'm ready for mine. My cheese has melted on top, okay? Now, how many of you are gonna just serve it family style, right out the dish? Or are you gonna plate it up? Which way you guys wanna go with it? Are you gonna go right out the dish? Or are you gonna go into your own bowl from there?
We're putting ours in another dish.
Okay, so we're gonna save our 2 last ingredients for that, okay? What about you guys, Sophia?
We will do like family style, like just,
Okay, so family style. You're gonna do the same thing we're gonna do, we're just gonna do it in a different bowl. When you guys are ready, let us know. Adrian, you guys ready? Okay, get your spoon. And you wanna get yourself a nice helping out of there, all right? Be careful of the heat of the dish. I'm gonna put that right in the center of my bowl. I'm gonna get some more. Now from the dish, I'm gonna take some tater tots. Okay, family style. You guys can catch up with me right now. Let's take a little bit of that syrup and drizzle slowly across the top. Not all of it, just a little bit. Slowly across the top. All right, you don't want to do it all. So family style, you can do that with your dish. And then green onions. You can play it right in the middle for garnish. Okay, drop some around the bowl for color. And guess what, guys? Breakfast mac and cheese. Take a look at that. Right? Green onions brings home the earthiness of it, the nice rich flavor of the cheese and the syrup. Did you guys now dig in, get your fork and try it. Tell me if there's something that you couldn't imagine would it be. What do you guys think up there in the corner, Sophia? I'm gonna try myself.
it looks amazing. We're just like trying to cool it down.
Can you guys get the flavor of the syrup inside?
Yeah.
Now, they have, that's amazing. Really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
You never would have thought syrup with mac and cheese. I see your plate, look at that, awesome. Did you guys sprinkle the green onions? You never would have thought, okay, why am I gonna put syrup in the mac and cheese? Now, if you want to go 1 step higher, make yourself an egg over easy, over medium, put it right on top. And you have this nice look right on top of there, fried egg or something, and beautiful. Right? Oh yeah, beautiful, look at that plate. Just another weapon you guys can serve to your family, your friends. But look at this dish. They're gonna look at you crazy. And what do you mean I'm gonna have a breakfast mac and syrup in my mac and cheese? Tell them to pump their brakes and hold on until you try it. And guarantee them that they will be happy. You serve that brunch burger, you got this mac and cheese, all these out of sight things that, out of this world things that we done here that people wouldn't have imagined that you can do. And these flavors are just out of this world. What do you guys think down there, Adrian? You guys taste it? Adrian? What do you guys think? You guys try it?
Yeah, I didn't try it yet, but Cisco been eating his. How do you like it?
Fuego.
Yeah, you got the syrup. Did you get the syrup flavor in there?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
because
the
he
whole-
poured the whole thing in the dish.
Oh, he poured the whole thing. Okay, again, that's no rule. Again, you know,
I told him no rules, man.
that's the no rule. Exactly. You want the whole thing, you put the whole thing in there. You know, there's other ways to do it. You can do a little more subtle. You can buy the maple sausage.
Yeah.
You can do that. Now, that's how I originally learned, came across this recipe when I did myself, because I had maple sausage. And I tried it, and I didn't have syrup at first. I said, wow, this is good. And then the next time I didn't have maple sausage, and I used syrup to balance that out. And either way, it works, okay? Some people like a lot of the maple, some like just the essence or a hint of it. Ladies, I see you in the corner, Sophia. You guys are loving it up there, right? share that with your friends. Let them say, hey, come taste this. Look what I just made.
Yeah, it's finger looking good.
Yeah, I see that. I love it. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really good.
You guys like that, huh? Awesome. This is 2 dishes that we created with maple syrup with savory and sweet mixed together. All right, and that's what we did. You know, there's so many other dishes out there that you can take from one world to another. This is a savory dish, and we made it into something else, right? This is a dish you will have dinner with or lunch. Now we incorporated a breakfast flair to it. There's savory bread puddings. You know, we know bread pudding has sweet cinnamon and ice cream on top. You can make a savory bread pudding with a nice little gravy drizzle on top, and so many fun things you guys can do out there. And open your minds to the thought of no rules. Let me try this. A lot of foods have been created way back when by accident. A lot of our dishes are created by accident, and from there they become masterpieces. Right? What do you guys think? Adrian, you like it? It's better. Is it what you thought, or?
Yes, and Cisco just put some Reese's Pieces in his.
Oh, so he's taking it to the next level.
Another level. And he like it.
Yeah, you know, I had one of my sons a while ago told me that when I was building mac and cheeses or something like that, a crazy dog I was doing. So I have a concept called crazy dogs that I used to do. It's just a hot dog with who cares how many ingredients. And I'll ask them when they say, hey, put some hot Cheetos on it. Okay. So it's not a crazy dog unless you, that was my concept and my motto. It's not crazy unless you go 5 or more, meaning 5 ingredients or more. I mean, you can't come say to me, I want a crazy dog with mustard, relish, and ketchup. That's not crazy, okay? And it was fun. I used to do that at, you know, event shows, and I done them at tattoo shows. I did them at baseball games. And people will come with a crazy dog and want 7 ingredients or something. Take pictures of it, and you know, look at all the ingredients I have. And you got this big spicy Cheetos standing on top of it. And the more fun, the more crazy it is. All right, guys, that's all I have. What do you think? Think of something else for the next time. I'll come up with some ideas. Let's not stay away too long. I know we've been all on lockdown. We're getting a little bit of the light coming through now. Just be safe out there. Do it. You know, go out and do it safely, but still live and take care of yourselves. Have fun in the kitchen. Again, remember, Adrian, this all started because of COVID.
Yes, it did.
You remember that?
We learned a lot, actually. It was a bad and a good thing all at once, you know.
Right. And you know, a lot of people started things because of COVID, and I'm just one of many. But you show your passion, and you get bored, you come in the kitchen, and you start doing things. I started doing it live on Facebook, and you saw me, and now we're here, right? And then guess what? Someone else saw me, and now I'm somewhere else, and somewhere else. All right, so.
We're going to continue.
Right. It was a bad situation turned into a lot of people positive ways, positive things that happen. People's lives change for the better. Some, unfortunately, for the worse. We have to learn to pick that up and go. Just stay healthy, guys. And I know you guys, I don't know if you guys are going back to school or not. If you do so safely. Playing sports, all that. My son is in sports. We're traveling again this weekend and again the next weekend.
Because Mel's in Arizona right now.
Oh yeah, we're going to Arizona in the beginning of April 9th, I believe.
When are you guys going?
This weekend is Irvine, and then the following in April, beginning of April, is going to be Arizona, back to Arizona. So a lot of work, a lot of travel.
Videos coming.
Yeah, I will.
Yes. So how'd you guys like our class today?
What do you guys think? All right.
All right. Thank you, Chef. You know, we just really appreciate it. So maybe we'll go back and forth, do dessert next time.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll work on the dessert. And we'll go from there. We'll do something fun out of this world that has no rules.
Okay, perfect. All
Okay,
right,
guys.
all right, guys. You guys got any more questions?
No? Okay, enjoy the rest of your dish. I'm not sure if it's too much left over here with Sophia. I'm sure it's all, you guys have been having a good time. I love it. You guys enjoy? If you have some left, go share with your neighbors. Trust me, they'll be excited.
All right, Chef. Thanks, Chef. We'll see you next time.
All right, take care.
Okay, guys, have a good
Thank you so
weekend.
much. I definitely think that my family will make this again.
Yes.
All right, that's good. Yeah, please make it soon.
All right. All right. Bye, Sophia and Isabel.
Bye. Bye.